Hi there, Tony there with Amanda down on the fitness center floor, taking a look at what we're in my groups this month calling the hero of this month, and that's the push-up. And we're going to break it down a little bit, and we're going to talk about how the core really plays a much bigger role than a lot of people think when we're talking push-up, right? Everybody thinks push-ups all upper body, chest, triceps, things like that, and don't get me wrong, it's definitely involved. However, to do a proper push-up, we really need a lot of core activation holding us up. That's why we test it that way in our FMS screening. We take a look at that trunk stability push-up to see how the trunk and our core is related to our push-up and where we're weak, right? So after we tested you, we've taken a look at the screen, we've seen that we need a little more core help into our push-up. So that's when we bring in our FMT. Amanda's gonna help us out here on how you can take coming from your knees, which again, not a terrible push-up idea or modification. However, this is, I think, a much better way. It's going to bring you closer to a push-up a lot quicker, right? And so, Amanda, if you can hop in real quick. So we're using an FMT here. We like the FMT because it's got a little pad right here, because this is going to go around your waist. So for your comfort, I would utilize one of these. You can definitely use the super band if you need to, but FMT is pretty nice. So we're going to get loaded down into a push-up position. Now again, at first glance, it looks like, okay, the FMT is gonna pull Amanda back up after she goes down, after she descends. So real quick, give me a quick push up down and bring it back up, okay? So, and yes, it's gonna help pull her up, but what Amanda's doing right now, she's actively working against the band, because we don't want the band to pull the hips up and have her butt up sticking in the air, right? So she's pushing against the band. So that means her core is activated right now. Her glutes are activated, her lats are activated. Everything's activated to help the core out perform the push-up, right? It's not just allowing the band to pull you back up. All right, give me another one real quick. Now there's another modification that Amanda just did here too. She widened her base, all right? Widen your base of support on your feet is pretty important. But as you get better at these, bring your feet in, all right? Now we've made the stability challenge a little greater, right? And then of course, no matter what, and that maybe should have started here, is that your hands are always underneath your shoulders, okay? We'll go ahead and widen them out in front. Biggest pet peeve of mine is we're way out here, then we do a push-up like that, and then wonder why our shoulders hurt. So make sure that your hands are right underneath your shoulders when you do this, okay? So this is your first progression when when we see that we need a little bit more help in our push-up. After that, we're gonna get out of there. So we're getting more comfortable with the push-up. So now, again, continually talking about the core and how important it is in a push-up, we're just gonna take the next step up in our progression and putting our feet up against the wall. Again, putting your feet up against the wall, coming up into a push-up position. Again, we're just allowing that wall to help support the core, okay? So now we take the band away, but we're still helping the core out so we can perform a proper push-up. Go ahead and go down and then back up. Of course, her next modification here, or next progression would be to step away from the wall. Go ahead and relax. So the core, big deal when it comes to the push-up, so make sure that we are working on that. Couple of modifications to get you closer. Push-up is a big hero to always be striving to be good at. It's one of the best push-up or exercises out there. Make sure you're always working towards that, and never forget that the core is a huge part of that push-up. Go work on those push-ups.